conversation I'm trying to have with my neighbors and get to know who they are.
All right.
Really. So I start with Dale. Well, number one, thanks for your time.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. I know I knocked on your tin. But where were you born and raised, Dale?
I was born in Gloucester, Massachusetts.
Oh, gotcha.
I was raised in a small town called Elma.
Okay.
Elma, Washington, kind of near Aberdeen.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. In the sticks.
Were you born, or were you raised with your mom and dad?
Yeah.
Any siblings?
Yeah, I got a sister. I got 2 stepbrothers.
Oh, gotcha. So how old were you when you moved from Massachusetts?
I was 2 years old.
Oh, gotcha. What did you guys do for fun? You say you live in the sticks?
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. What does that mean?
Well, in the sticks, you kind of make up your own things. I kind of got into trouble a lot, and one of the things I like to do was take my radio flyer and bomb down this hill with my friend Mary Beth.
Like your radio flyer, like the wagon?
Yeah. And we'd, crash most of the time, but that was the fun part of it.
Yeah, that's right. Then you learn how to crash.
Yeah.
So you went to school, elementary school there, and junior high, and all that stuff? Did all that stuff?
Yep.
You go into high school?
I went to middle school,
and
then high school. I moved from there to Tumwater.
Tumwater.
Yeah.
So, why did you guys move? What was it? You guys know? Or do you know?
My mom and dad broke up, and so we just wanted to relocate. I guess it was my mom's decision. She had a job in Tumwater, so it was closer to work. So
it made sense.
Yeah.
So you went with you and your sister and step siblings?
No, they lived in Massachusetts still.
Oh, gotcha. They were still there.
There's 2 different families.
Gotcha. So you went with your mom, and your sister went with you?
Yeah.
Gotcha. How old were you when that happened?
I was around 15, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So were you in high school, or did you?
I was in high school then, yeah.
So they pulled you out of high school and let's move.
I went to a lot of different high schools because I moved a lot, because I ended up moving in with my dad, and I was in California. He was a travel salesman, so I went to a lot of different high schools.
What part of California was he?
Northern California.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you lived with him for periods of time, lived with mom, kind of back and forth?
Yeah.
Right on. And then after high school, whatever, you're 15, 16, you do some high school.
Yeah.
Then where do you go?
I ended up dropping out of high school, and that's when I became homeless.
In high school?
Yeah.
Tell me about that process. How does that happen?
Well, there's a lot of complications. At that time I lived with my best friend, his dad, and I had a job and all that. I lost my job, so that's when I became homeless, and then I just kind of got into drugs and was just running amok at that point.
And how old were you?
16.
So at 16, there wasn't you didn't have a stable home.
Well, I did, but then when I lost my job, I moved out.
Gotcha.
And became homeless. So that's when it became unstable. Yeah.
Gotcha. And I mean, the first time being homeless at 16, unhoused. Were you scared? What was the feeling like? Were you just like,
it was kind of exciting. I don't know. It was adventurous because I was running around with this drug dealer guy and his girlfriend.
Gotcha. And
we were just getting to a lot of muck. It was a little exciting, a little scary.
Yeah.
Because at some point we were in this. It was a black dude, and we were getting tattoos out of this tattoo place. This guy was working out of his home. He was like a skinhead. So at some point he was beefing with the black dude, and I was standing between him and the dude with a knife trying to stab my friend that was helping me out. And I was you're gonna have to go through me, it was just, and it just kind of dissipated from there, but it was crazy.
Yeah, it was wild. And so how long did you do that for?
2-3 years.
And then after that?
After that, I moved back here with my dad because he took me back in.
Okay.
And I was living in Bremerton. And I was just kind of living there and not really doing much. I got another job at the Navy ship base there. And I got a job there for a while. I was doing good for a while again, and then, that was just like a temporary job. And then like I just started partying more, and then I was coming to Seattle to go to like raves and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just kind of got caught in that scene.
Yeah.
And then got stuck here in Seattle.
Yeah. I met a couple of people who have said like, I was in the scene and then just like stayed in Seattle, which is fine.
Yeah, Seattle's kind of a place that gets you kind of stuck, I guess.
Yeah.
Because there's like so many drugs, and it's like
it's a city, right?
Yeah.
It's a city.
There's so many easily accessed drugs and stuff. I think that's really what gets people stuck,
And raves, let's see, I guess is like, what is this, the late 90s?
Yeah.
When raves were like kind of popping up and big.
Yeah.
And so, you were housed or unhoused when you?
I was unhoused.
And so, how long have you been unhoused?
About 16 years now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you've been all over Seattle, just on and off. Wow. I can't. Last weekend, summer ended, and it was this beautiful day, and the next day it just started raining.
Yeah.
And it was just like the rain's coming.
Yeah.
So tell me, being unhoused, I couldn't help but think like, damn, like there's a lot of people that I've met that are unhoused, and it's pouring out and cold.
Yeah.
What is that like?
It's kind of hectic. It's hard to keep your stuff like intact, and everything gets wet. It's hard to it's just a mess.
Yeah, I imagine that.
Your
tent leaks.
Yeah.
Water seeps in.
I've just been stuck. I've been sitting in my tent just trying to stay away from the rain because it's a son of a bitch.
Yeah. Well, Dale, how long have you been in Ballard proper?
Ballard, I've only been here for about a month, maybe 2 months.
Where were you before that?
I was in Seattle.
What part of Seattle?
Just just the main area,
like downtown Seattle?
Yeah, downtown. Yeah.
Oh wow, gotcha.
Yeah.
I like to ask this question, Dale. Is there anything that you want the people of Seattle to know?
We need housing. We need housing that's gonna suit our needs, and just something comfortable where we can trust, and because we've been doing this too long, I think we deserve it. You know what I mean? Even though like a lot of us are kind of detrimental to the city, it's kind of detrimental having us out here, because it's like the mess and everything, it gets people kind of discouraged, And I think if we get everybody inside, it would be easier to clean it up, bring Seattle back to where it should be,
Yeah. Tell me about any experiences pop out for you. So when you were 16, you became unhoused. You just told me you've been unhoused for 16 years.
Yeah.
So that's like half your life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I'm sure you have lots of stories about surviving and close calls, and my guess is people have not treated you very well in some instances. Is there anything that sticks out to you?
Well, there's the story when I almost lost my life. I left my friend's house one night and was kind of wandering around, and I found an open door, and it was the Horton building. I went in there, and it was on Mother's Day, and I was trying to was trying to get into a computer or something so I can get a hold of my mom. Somebody stole my phone, and I decided to kick this door open, and it was a glass door. And when I kicked it, like third time, it punctured it broke the glass, and it punctured my main artery in my leg.
Oh, it was a glass door.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I was spraying blood everywhere. Like, I lost 6 pints of blood, and your body only carries 8. So I was pretty much lucky to be alive, you know. And Harborview saved my life, pretty much.
Wow.
And I had like staples up my leg and
wow.
stitches up here. It was just a mess. So yeah, it was just.
I mean, it's like you're doing this to use a computer on Mother's Day to reach out to your mom.
Yeah.
To say Happy Mother's Day, I assume.
Much,
connect.
yeah.
Fuck.
It's wild.
That's wild. Yeah. Well, man, it's starting to rain.
Yeah.
I'm getting wet. The camera's getting wet. Jeez. It's good to hear your voice, man, and thanks for sharing part of your story.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I got to get a couple photos real quick.
All right.
But let me grab that mic.
Sure.